going on, guys? I'm in the John Deere 50G mini excavator. Eventually, at some point, that hose that you see right there will be converted to PVC and trenched underground, but that is not something I plan on doing right now, and there are other reasons for that. Basically, I don't want to dig this part of the yard up right now, so it's not something I'm going to be doing anytime soon. That said, I'm going to dig this part of the yard up doing something else. So instead of trenching PVC, I'm just going to make a really shallow trench, maybe like an inch or two into the ground, that I can use to set this hose into the ground and not really bury it, but just build a recessed cavity for it. The reason why is because every time I'm out here mowing the grass, I risk tearing up this hose, and I've done it several times now. Even though it sits really flat and I keep the mower at 3 inches, for some reason it still sometimes sucks it up and breaks the hose. So I just want to avoid doing that, and I'm going to just make a little shallow trench just so I have the ability to keep the hose a little lower than what the blades are able to suck up. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to position this really compact trenching blade that my neighbor made for me. We call him the welder. We're going to put it right about here, maybe. And then we're going to just trench back, and if I do this the way I want to do it, I won't need to adjust the blade. I won't need to move the blade much. I'll just have to make my initial trench right here. I'm only trying to get a couple inches off the ground, that's it. And then I'll just set the trenching bucket where I want it and just pull backwards with the tracks, and hopefully it'll do what I want it to do. I have my doubts though, especially if I hit a root. But for now, this might work the way I'm hoping. I'm trying to be very ginger with it because I don't want to tear too much up, so I'm trying to keep my eye on speed here. So far it's looking really good. It's only about 2 to 3 inches deep at this point. So let's see if this works now. So the gophers have been added again. I have a new technique now with the gopher hawk traps. As you can see, I got 2 of them. They're spaced about 2 to 3 inches apart from each other, and they are at the end, or at least at part of one of the tunnels underground. When I say the end, they're actually just along the tunnel shaft. And what I found is a lot of times I'll come out here and I'll check the traps when they haven't been triggered, and they're full of sand, full of dirt. So I realized that the gopher's going around them, and in the process of doing it, they're stuffing the trap full of sand. And I had a gopher in the front that I actually recorded, and I eventually caught him by putting 3 traps at the, or at least along his tunnel, and those 3 traps finally enabled me to catch the guy. He actually got caught up in 2 of them, but now this is kind of my plan for these harder to catch gophers that seem to be kind of figuring things out. This is 1 week of gophers. All of that. I flattened a lot of them out. You can see I got 2 more traps right over there. But this, all of this is from 1 week of gophers. This used to all be really, really nice grass, kind of like what you see right there. But now it is absolutely covered in gophers, or gopher mounds. So hopefully I'll catch a gopher. I think I'll probably catch one here. This one was definitely a really nice tunnel that he had built under this area, and he had it to this mound right here. And I've already flattened them out. You can see the tire tracks from the 0 turn because I put it on its level 1-inch setting, and then I just drive over them. Not with the blades on. And then over there, this was weird because when they're around these oak trees, they make tons and tons and tons of smaller mounds. You can kind of see them right in this area, but all of these were smaller mounds. There was probably at least 50 of them right here. They go all the way over here, and you can see where I drove over them. And they kind of terminated right over here where they get a little further away from the tree. And because they do that, they can make their bigger mounds. They don't have to deal with the roots. So I put a trap where he built a really big mound over there. And then this one right here, he started way, way back there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 mounds that this guy's made. Yep, they are certainly rodent out here and trying to deal with them. Anyways, hopefully the traps work. Sometimes you can actually sit here and you can see them start messing with the trap. Sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't. Okay, so quick little update. My amazing wife bought me a second workbench. These are the adjustable workbenches that Sam's Club sells. They have like a 2,000-pound weight rating. It's absolutely insane. They're very, very heavy, and the top surface is 1.5 inches thick piece of wood that is reinforced across. This thing is super cool, and now I have 2 of them. So I have kind of a planning table, right? These things are perfect now for me to lay things out and really get a good picture of what I'm trying to work on. And I think every shop needs a planning table, and now we have a planning table. So super cool. I love the fact that I can adjust the height on them. I don't think I need to. They're actually at the right height for me. They pretty much match the height of my rolling workbenches. And yeah, these things are super cool. And here's something that everyone probably knew but me. So I've had these DeWalt bit sets forever. Well, not these. I have some new ones, but I also have some old ones that I've had for years. I had no idea the whole purpose of this latch on top protruding up the way it does was to latch all these together. And I finally had some time to look at it and figure out what the heck did the folks at DeWalt do? Why did they make this little latch stick out the top like that? So I got to playing around with them. If you knew this, I'm sure every contractor, every carpenter, and everybody knew this except me. But I get a ton of these. They're given to me as gifts. They have great little drill bit sets. They have all sorts of other bit sets that you might need. You know, screwdriver bit sets, everything. If you knew this, leave a comment below. I had no idea that these things clip together like this for, I guess, easy portability, I suppose. But yeah, they just kind of clip in place like that. I mean, I didn't know. You probably knew. It's pretty obvious when you take just 3 seconds to kind of look at what's going on here, and I never did. I usually just cracked these open, got the pieces out that I need, started working with them, and then gradually losing the bits over periods of months and years. Did not know that they attach together like that, but I probably should have. Anyways, leave a comment below if you knew that. Leave a comment below if you didn't know that, and I'm not the only idiot out there. And I'm also in the process of trying to gather up all my specialty bits. I got these really interesting splices that I saw on the internet, and they do not work nearly as well as people claim they should work, at least not for me. I got all sorts of split rings. I have a knockout punch set. I have little tie downs, rubber plugs, standard splices, and you know, I had this in my other garage, didn't even know that I had it there, and I probably could have just spliced this into my gray trailer instead of replacing the plug at the end. But you live, you learn, and you find stuff that you thought you lost, or you never even remembered that you had. Anyways, on to the next project. Well, this is awesome. So my plan worked. I've come out here later in the day just to kind of check on my gopher traps. I have one sprung, one that's not sprung, so this one should pretty much come out of the ground. This one, oh man, he sprung it, but I didn't catch him. Darn it. Sure thought I caught him. Oh well, I didn't catch this guy. And this one is full of dirt, so I'm just going to drop that one back down there. I know I need to reset it. I'll come back and reset it. Let me see what's going on with this one over here. Same thing. So one's triggered, one's not. This one, yep, he's definitely on that one. He's not down there, or he's not on this one at least. He's not happy. We'll dig this guy up and dispose of him.